have Hal Sparks. Thank you very much for coming here.
My pleasure.
I know you're real busy. You know, before we start talking about you, I have to ask you a question. You play music and you play guitar. How come you have to spread your legs? And why do all guitar players do this? When they play the guitar, they spread their legs really far open and they go like that.
Well,
and you're even lower to the ground?
Two primary reasons. Okay. One is, if you play a Les Paul especially, it's very heavy. So it's a stabilizing factor. Okay. Absolutely. I mean, it's, at my height and weight, I mean, it's best if we, you create, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like if your bride is a reasonable weight, carrying her over the threshold very easy. If she's not, then you're going to look like a crab. Okay. So, and the other reason, of course, is that, I mean, obviously, second only to the gun, the guitar is a penile replacement
is that
for a lot of people. And so, just the active positioning of it, yeah, it makes it more natural for a guy. And ironically enough, women guitar players do the exact same stance. So
why do they do that?
I think their own personal pleasure.
You're kind of a trifecta we're talking about. You that whole ninja jiu-jitsu stuff, that's like dancing, right?
I suppose.
Okay, and then you act, and you're a comedian, and you play music.
Yeah.
What else?
So that would be a quadfecta at that point. That would be four.
I said three. Oh, acting and being funny?
Acting and stand-up are two totally different things. Because stand-up, acting, people tell you what to say. I mean, it's a written script. It's, you're playing a character. It's the least you'll ever be in your life. Whereas being a stand-up is wholly and singularly you. And I take total responsibility and all the glory and all the pain for it, and that's the big difference.
The funny thing is when you see you on Talk Soup or on VH1
it is
or
brilliant.
on the Queer Show, you're different. The Queer Show, you're completely different than you are when you sing. When you sing, this deep voice comes out. Do you wear eye makeup when you sing? On
occasion, yeah.
So you got the guitar and the eye makeup.
They're primarily
maybe that's why you have the guitar, because you're wearing the makeup. No replacement.
No.
No,
not at all. Okay. Yeah, it's mainly because I think each character you play and each thing you do in your life is totally a different experience. And there are emotions I can express in music that I cannot in my stand-up. There's certain levels of rage and sorrow that are best suited to heavy metal. And bringing them on stage when you're doing stand-up would bum everyone out or make them, to the point of like burning torches and setting the place on fire. So you have, I think, strata of emotion that you can handle. You can't really get giddy when you're doing metal either, and so stand-up has its own realm as far.
What's your most favorite, your passion? I mean,
I don't have one. I don't have one. Asking me that question is like asking someone, what do you like better, eating or breathing? And you might have a preference, but you can't go without one for long. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, most people would say, I like being me, comedy or music. I mean, as opposed to the actor, where people are directing what you do, but all of it is the same.
They all serve a purpose. There's a tremendous amount of relief when you're playing a character, because a lot of the pressure is off, quite frankly. When you're doing stand-up, it's only you, and that's that can be nerve-wracking. And when you have a band backing you up, there's a little bit of safety there. But at the same time, all their gear could go out or somebody else could flub. So there's always something. Each has a balance of positive and negative to it. It's about how much artistic joy you can get out of it, each experience. And they each have their very distinct, separate thing. It's like the difference between birthday cake and spicy food. You wouldn't pick between one in your entire life. There are just times when one is more appropriate. And I think that's healthier. I think people were honest with themselves. They, tend to do that more in their lives. It's funny how, as an actor who's in a band or as a stand-up comedian who's in a band, I get asked that question more often than guys who are a plumber during the day and then on the weekend they're in a band. Nobody ever goes, what do you like better? Plumbing or banding?
What can't you do? You do it all.
Absolutely.
Can you paint?
Yeah.
Okay.
I draw better than I paint, but
Can you train a dog?
Yes, actually. I don't have a dog, but I have a roommate. My house is always full of people. I call it Hotel California because I'm always on the road and there's always people staying there. And one of my friends, Rachel, lives with us, and she has a Pomeranian named Barbara Walters.
Nice. And
it used to run all over the place and what we'd call Om Shanti on the carpet and stuff. And so I trained all that out of it. Now it will sit when you tell it to. And I taught it peekaboo, which if you say peekaboo, it will go like this.
Can you potty train a child?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah,
I raised a child until she was 6 years old. My friend's daughter. I don't have any kids of my own, but I went through the tough stuff.
You do everything. Now you're here in Tampa for
stand-up.
Stand-up tonight.
The easiest of all things.
You're not training a dog.
No.
Or kids.
Not acting per se.
You've got one show tonight.
Two tomorrow. And 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday.
Here at the Tampa Improv. There are still tickets available, I'm sure. Come on down, check you out. You're hysterical. I saw some of the stuff that you did.
It's true, I am.
Real quick, what's
Brilliant.
next besides this? What's next for you?
Well, we're in the middle of a tour, so we'll be back out. I'm actually doing kind of a swing state kind of a tour, as it were. Hey, how are you? Great. My uncle and his wife are here. That's great. I hope they don't hear any of the jokes I wrote about them.
You're going on
yeah, this is actually a human fish tank we have behind us. They just kind of walk back and forth, and they're convinced the entire time they're someplace new.
Are we in the fish tank?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're on a tour, and that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I voice a cartoon on Nickelodeon called Tack and the Power of Juju. It's on Saturday mornings, and
my kids watch it.
The new video game version of it, the 4th version, is coming out in November, and I voiced that as well. I did a voice for Dead Space, which is a new game on EA Sports games, and it has a movie attached to it too. So
there's nothing that this guy doesn't do, man. I gotta tell you.
I'm amazing. It's true.
And
get used to the idea, folks.
Rock a kitty cat T-shirt.
Absolutely.
Not very men can do that. So
well, I was on, as you call it, the queer show. So what have I got to lose, really? I mean, obviously. It doesn't bother me in any stretch of the imagination, but just a 5-year drama that changed the world. But no, whatever you want to call it.
Hal, thank you very much. Good luck tonight. Maybe we'll see you up there. A bunch of us are going to go, actually.
No doubt, you should.
We're going to. We're going to take our last break of the night, and Rob and I will be back to kind of give you a teaser of what's coming on next week. Media Talk is presented by Tampa Digital Studios.